I'm pretty sure we all love the Insomniac Spider-Man games, and even if you didn't love them, you at least enjoyed them. If you didn't, are you even sure you played them? And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you probably know what Battle Glide is. And it is the closest VR game I believe we have currently to the Insomniac Spider-Man games. So today we're going to be taking a look at all the similarities between the two games and prove why I believe this is what would happen if Insomniac made a Spider-Man VR game. Both games have random crime that spawns around the city, and both games mark these crimes with a simple exclamation point inside of a triangle, which goes away once you get close enough. A very simple but effective way of letting us know where the crime is taking place. Now you might be wondering what type of crime both games have. Well, they have very similar crime. Both games have car chases where you have to help the police stop a few reckless drivers. You do this by getting onto the car, disarming the passengers, and then safely stopping the car. As you can see by these clips, they're very similar, and personally are my favorite crimes in both games. The second type of crime that takes place in the games is rooftop hostages. This is a crime that spawns on top of rooftops, involving a few criminals and one hostage. You have to take down all the criminals in order to save the hostage. You can do this either stealthily or do it as brutally as you want. In the end, usually, the hostages will thank you.
If I should thank you or run away from you.
For the third type of crime, we have street fights. These will randomly spawn on the streets and has a bunch of criminals and cops fighting each other. You have to help out the cops by taking down the criminals. The next thing the games have in common are throwables. There's all kinds of throwables in these games. There's grenades that are thrown at you, which you can use your webs to throw back at the enemy. There's wooden panels that you can throw, barrels, and more. However, I wouldn't use these if you're trying to be stealthy. Speaking of stealthy, another thing the games have in common is stealth missions, where you have to stay out of the line of sight of the criminals and pick them off one by one, by tying them to the ceiling or hiding them in certain areas. Personally, I actually find more enjoyment in the Battle Glide stealth missions than I do in the Insomniac games. But overall, they're extremely similar, and you even have thermal vision in Battle Glide to kind of resemble the spider sense from the Insomniac games. Personally, one of the craziest resemblance between the two games is the construction sites. Both games have these construction sites, which have been taken over by the criminals, so you have to take down multiple waves of enemies. Once again, you can either do this stealthily by standing on the red beams and tying the criminals up there, or you could go full brutal mode. The choice is yours. You'll also notice that in both games, when doing things like stealth missions and stuff, you'll see above the criminals' heads, safe or unsafe, to show you if they're safe to attack, or if one of the other criminals is currently looking at them and you'll be spotted if you try to attack them. Another thing the criminals in both games have in common are the question marks and exclamation points above their head. This helps you know when you've been spotted or when you're about to be spotted. If there's a question mark, it usually means they might have just seen a little glimpse of you. If it starts to turn into an exclamation point, it means they've spotted you and they're about to alert the others. And finally, for an honorable mention, both games have a bit of perch points, things that you can web onto and kind of just sit and watch over the city. Yes, in Battle Glide there's a lot less of these than in the Insomniac games, but they still exist in the form of flags or these things. I forget what these are called. And there you go. That's just a few things both games have in common. I'm sure there's even more that I didn't even mention in this video. So if you find more, please let me know in the comments below and maybe I'll make a part 2. But anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to check out some other videos, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.